Hey, Gorton students, staff, and families. It was a short week, but a great week here at Gorton, and now it's time for the Principal's Week in Review. This week, we enjoyed a shortened week as Yonkers Public Schools observed Rosh Hashanah. We hosted our senior car wash and coffee with the principal last week on Saturday. Our senior class made over $1,000, and we had a great conversation with our parents and PTSA executive board. I look forward to hosting another breakfast very soon, and what a great start to the senior year fundraising by Miss Ortiz and her team. This week, we welcomed our parents in for the 25-26 open house. This marked the beginning of the year where the teachers displayed their curriculum, discussed expectations, and got a chance to meet and greet with our parents. Prior to the open house, we held our senior parent open house, where Miss Ortiz, Miss Capers, and the 12th grade team met with parents to discuss the college process, timeframes, senior expenses, and expectations for academic success in their senior campaigns. It was a resounding success with about 70 senior parents attending, which may be a new record. Great work, senior team. We also kicked off our MSK school year this week with a meeting for our young ladies where they discussed sisterhood, expectations, and building a community that rivals our MSK boys. I know that the competition is fierce, and the Gorton MSK wants to maintain their status as the best chapter in Yonkers. Thanks to Miss Ortiz and Miss Edwards. Our first howl this week goes to Assistant Principal Miss Ortiz. I, I said her name a couple of times already this week, as you can see. Miss Ortiz has been juggling the senior class MSK, participating in various teams in the building, and leads the social studies and self-contained Center for Learning departments. Miss Ortiz gets the howl this week for her commitment to the senior class, hosting a very lucrative car wash, sending a million calls out, and really making sure that our parents and students are informed and prepared for their senior year. Also, Miss Ortiz is responsible for the creation of our newsletter every single week, and so her impact is felt not only in school, but abroad. Thanks for your dedication, and I can't wait to see what this class does under your leadership. Ow! Our second howl this week goes to a 10th grade student, Samantha Popeye, for her fundraising prowess in earning first place with the most popcorn sales, and her total amount was over $500 sold, which contributed to the class of 2028 selling over $1,000, which is a great start to their year. Thank you to Mr. Casano, Miss Potter, and Miss Russo for your constant support of the sophomore class. And Samantha, great work. Thanks for involving your family and for benefiting everyone when it comes to raising money for the class of 2028. Ow! Here's a couple of reminders for this week and this weekend coming up. The Yonkers Force football team take on the Yonkers Brave tomorrow at 1:30 at Saunders High School. Come wearing your blue and showing your Force pride. Students without tickets will not be allowed in the game. However, if you're on the list, please make sure that you bring your ticket that you got from Mr. Kramer today. Students and teachers get dolled up as on Monday and Tuesday, our photographers from Life Touch will be at Gorton to take our class photos and teacher individual photos. Teachers, be ready because the photographer will also be taking our department photos after school in the department meetings. We're looking to distribute our one-to-one devices next week, so all students must bring in their parental permission slips to receive a Chromebook. We're at about 80%, but we'd love to give it to every single student when we distribute next week. AP teachers, please continue to register your students for their AP exams. We would like all students registered by Friday of next week. And it is spooky season, and to kick off spooky season, we have our first movie night of the school year, which is sponsored by the senior class. It's Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's going to be shown on Friday, October 3rd. Please see Mr. Kramer or Miss Margie for your tickets. Now, before I end this week's review, I wanted to express condolences on behalf of myself, the Gorton High School administration, my family, and the entire Gorton community, as we lost one of our own this weekend. Please join me in thoughts and prayers and condolences for Miss Sonia Pinto and her family and friends. Miss Pinto passed away on Sunday. Miss Pinto was someone who was always there for our students, who loved and cared for our students in the autism program, and who always had such a positive outlook regardless of her health status. Miss Pinto, you will be missed, and we know that your memory will live on through the lives that you impacted here at Gorton High School. That's going to do it for this week's review. Have a great weekend, everyone.